Okay, I don't want to know, but what do you think? Do you think it's
okay? Wait,
girl
do you
or
want to know what the sex is? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I like to talk.
No, do you want to know?
Thanks to Google for sponsoring this video.
All right, you guys, before we started today's vlog, we wanted to sit down and answer some of the questions you guys asked us on Instagram about our pregnancy, our family, marriage life, things like that. As of right now, as of today, as you guys are watching this video, a lot of people ask, how far along am I? Today I am, hold on, wait, I don't even know how far along I am. Today I think I'm 25 weeks, let's see. 26 weeks and 5 days pregnant, yes. And another one of the questions was, when am I due? I am due the first week of August. So we'll see if the baby comes on time or not, or if it's super, super late. Another question you guys asked is if I'm having a home or water birth this time around. And I am having a home birth. Whether or not it's gonna be in the water or not, who knows when the time comes. But this time my midwife comes to the house because she travels to your home, and since I'm living in California now, I had to find a new midwife from the last one that I had in Baltimore, and I just happened to find a traveling midwife, so she comes to the home for all of her appointments, and then I'll have the baby at home as well. But there will be like a pool, I think it's like a baby swim or some type of pool, it's baby swimming pool or something, so if I wanted to get in the water, I could.
Where do you plan to set that up?
Outside in the backyard.
You want to do it outside?
Yeah. Had I ever had a cesarean section? A cesarean section?
C-section?
Yeah, a cesarean section. And the answer is no. Luckily, I have never had to be cut open into my stomach and my uterus. So all my children I've had vaginally, and all of them I had naturally with no epidural, except for Maya and Akaya had an epidural. I had them in a hospital, and then after that I was like, I absolutely do not like that experience at all. I'm having my babies natural, and I tried to have them at home as much as I possibly could, or at a birth center or something like that. Does pregnancy get easier or worse the more you get pregnant? I'm guessing this means the more times you get pregnant. And for me, I felt like my pregnancies and when I was younger were easier than the ones where I was older. So pregnancy for me has gotten more difficult.
Physically or mentally?
All of it, and all just being pregnant in general. But having the birth, like the birth experience, having a baby, like delivery process for me has gotten a lot easier as I've gotten older as well, because like you know what to expect and things like that. I feel like my pregnancies have been more taxing on my body as I get older. Like it's just harder to hold a baby for me. As I get older, my body has responded differently, and none of my pregnancies have been the same per se, but they haven't been that different from where I'm like, oh, this one was like that, or that one I had this, or this one I was throwing up all morning, this one I never did anything. They've all pretty much been the same, but it's just more difficult as I get older to like have a baby. Like when I was 19 and had a baby, it felt like nothing. So yeah, it's just harder for me to like sustain that pregnancy, those 9 months.
Just that resilience,
yeah.
Like day to day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And speaking of sustainability, I wanted to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, which is Google. Now, Google's core foundation was built on sustainability. Google cares about sustainability and continues to be a leader in the fight against climate change.
They are committed to building tools and technology that helps people do more for the planet.
So today we're going to share some of Google's tools that can make it easy for you to continue or begin making more sustainable choices. I've always used Google Flights because it makes it super easy to track flight prices, but I never really paid attention to this. This information on carbon emissions is shown for each flight, making it easy to choose less carbon-intensive options. These emissions estimates are flight-specific as well as seat-specific. Now, day to day, Google is making it even easier to make greener choices when getting around beyond the sky.
In 2021, the use of biking directions increased by up to 98% in cities around the world, making it clear that people are opting for two-wheel transportation when possible. That's definitely true in our family. We're out here in California now, riding our bikes all over the place. You might catch us riding our electric bikes to drop off our kids to school in the mornings, or to cruise on over to the beach.
We find ourselves using Google Maps more and more to easily navigate bike routes from A to B.
When you look at Google now, they give you the car option, the bus option, the train option, biking options, walking options, rideshare options, and get this.
If you don't own a bike, there are bike and scooter share options that you can find directly on maps.
Google has been updating their maps to make it simpler to find bikes and scooter shares in 300 cities around the world, keeping your greenest options open when you travel. Over the next decade, Google has big plans to operate on carbon-free energy 24/7.
This means by 2030, Google aims to supply every email sent, every search done, and every YouTube video you watch with clean energy every hour of every day.
Being a part of this campaign, we've learned a great deal about the efforts that Google puts behind sustainability and the tools out there for us to use.
So thanks to Google for sponsoring this video and giving us options that make it easier for us to choose cleaner options in our day-to-day lives. Okay, so now we're gonna answer some of the questions you guys asked us about marriage. One of those questions was, what did you all learn in all your years of marriage? All those, how long have we been married? More than 7 years, 8 years?
Has it been that long?
Yes, because I had 7, so that means 8.
Okay, what did you learn? Or, I mean, there's lots of things that I've learned, but it's like, how can you sum it into like one profound statement?
I don't know. Yeah, what's just something you learned? Just something?
I would say that whenever there's a problem, whenever there is, let's just call it a victory, just anything that is monumental or crisis related, the foundations of your marriage is always going to be seen, and it's going to be felt, and that's what I recognize the most. Mm-hmm. And that's also what I recognize what I didn't have in my prior relationships.
I just learned, I don't know about the biggest thing, but I just learned that it really takes a lot of, not specific, but what is it called when you like narrow down into like concentrated efforts, honing in efforts to focus on your marriage and to focus on your relation, not marriage, but like the relationship with the other person. And you have to put your efforts towards it in order to make it work for the most part. So I just see so many people like getting a divorce or not wanting to put in that effort that it takes. Like if you want to get a degree in something, you really have to study that. So what I'm saying, if you want to be good at have a good marriage, you have to study on how to have a good marriage. How do you keep your marriage life spicy with having kids? Love you guys. Well, you guys know Joe. He's one big gochu. Aren't you? That means pepper in Korean. It also means something else, but it means pepper. It's the word for pepper, spicy. He's a spicy gochu.
Yeah.
But how do we keep things spicy? I mean, I think there's just like dates and fun and stuff, and then there's the other side of things, but I feel like we always have fun with each other.
One thing is definitely bantering, you know, just being playful in general. I think when you get too like serious and stuck up, like you just make the room stink. When you just so like, you know, a certain type of way. Yeah. So
I feel like we're always
have a sense of humor.
We're always bantering.
Just having a sense of humor.
Well, one person is having a good sense of humor, and the other person is just sitting there staring at them.
I mean, but at the same time, you can laugh at the situation and be like, okay, this is just ridiculous, instead of like getting mad at the situation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can laugh at yourself. I think that's the main thing.
And we go out on dates in the daytime. In the daytime, we try to go out on dates, but it would be good if we could even go out if we really knew. We always had Wednesdays as our date night, but we had to turn it into a date day with the kids, because like now that they're all in school, we can go out during the day when they go to school. But now they go to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have the house all to ourselves for like 6 hours or like 7 hours. So we use that time to spend time with each other and go out for like lunch dates on those days.
Yeah, because before our marriage, we would always go out on Wednesday nights.
Always.
We basically memorialized our Wednesdays.
Yeah.
whether it's in the evenings or the morning or lunch, brunch, whatever.
And sometimes I'll take him out, I'll treat him, and sometimes he'll treat me. But it doesn't matter, it's all coming from the same money. I didn't say, hey Joe, I'm treating you today. You wanna go out, I'll take you out to lunch.
Yeah.
So we treat each other with our share of money.
I guess it's just the thought that counts. That, I mean, such a cliche thing to say, but
I know.
Thought that counts.
A lot of people also ask us about finances during marriage, but we're probably not going to talk about that right now because that's like a whole nother subject. But we do share all of our money. What's the key to a long-lasting relationship and marriage?
What's the key?
The key is, I think it's still the foundation. Everybody who I know who has a long-lasting marriage, like not even based on religion or anything, like they all believe that you stay married forever. Like they have that belief system in them. They believe that that's their truth, and they don't waver from side to side. Like it's you, when you're married, you're married. That's it. There's no other thought process about it. Now this just says long-lasting relationship. It doesn't say a good long-lasting.
Mm. I mean, there's long-lasting, and then there's like unbreakable marriage, maybe.
I mean, but what do we know? We've only been married for 8 years.
Yeah.
But we do know because our marriage is long-lasting.
Yeah. Okay.
We can already stand on that, right? So it doesn't matter if we've been married for 8 years or 80, because we will be married for that long. I only take advice from a few people, and all those people have to have my same foundation. A lot of people ask, where did you guys meet? So that means that you didn't watch our How We Met video series. If you look on our main page, we have a How You Met video series. You can find out how we met, but the simple answer is...
high school. Yeah, we met in high school, but we were just friends. You know, we were just like...
That's what he said. He was having dreams about me.
We were just friends.
You were having dreams about me?
No.
You didn't have no dreams about me while we were in high school? You never had?
So.
You never had a dream about me in it.
I don't think
That's
so.
That's not true. You had dreams in high school and I was in them.
I've had dreams, but I don't remember any dreams with you in it.
Yes, you were telling me dreams like people at school.
Tell me one.
I don't know. It wasn't directly about me, so I was in the dream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're talking about I didn't have a dream about you. I had a dream. You were in my dream here and there.
Exactly.
Like just as like a classmate.
So you dreamed about me.
You were in a dream.
So
maybe you were in a few dreams, but...
So you dreamed about me.
If you want to put it that way, sure.
I was in the dreams, yes.
Yeah.
All right. I was significant in the dreams. I was a person there. It wasn't like I wasn't there.
Okay, yeah.
So he dreamed about me.
Whatever you can get from that, Elena.
We was 13, and now we're 36.
Can't believe we were 13 years old.
We were
doesn't
13.
Even sound right.
I know. 13. And now we're 36, and we're the same people-ish. What's the biggest compromise you had to make in marriage?
The biggest compromise? That's hard. I mean, there's a compromise in a lot of areas, but nothing really...
Like huge.
Yeah.
Like the biggest compromise is marriage itself.
Yeah.
Like living your life with somebody else. Mm-hmm. It's a one big compromise.
Yeah, it's not really one specific thing, to be honest. Like it's it's just a lot of little adjustments that you make with your family, with your spouse. So
I think some of these other questions we can answer later, like what are we doing to prepare for the baby and stuff, because we really don't know yet. But
we're in a few months.
Yeah. But one of the last questions was, do we know the gender? Oh my goodness.
What?
You don't even remember how you were acting.
How I was acting?
You were acting all giddy. You'll see. When you edit the footage, you'll see. Acting all giddy. Wait, let me see my baby. You didn't know if it's boy or girl.
That's not how I was acting.
Yeah, Elena, you don't care, Elena, if it's a boy or girl.
So we are on the way to the first sonogram appointment. Elena's driving, and she's driving with a little bit of urgency because we're running about 20 minutes late. Well, no, we're like 40 minutes late.
Yeah.
You have 8 kids?
Mm-hmm.
You are a busy mama. And do you guys know the gender of this baby?
No, we don't want to know
Okay,
either.
cool. So this is the head. Baby's moving all over the place. Are you feeling movement now? I mean, in general?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is a measurement of the head. We'll have to get some good pictures. How many girls, how many boys?
I have all girls and one boy.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Audra, you like being the only boy?
You
Okay.
have all those sisters? Whoa. Okay, you guys, look at this. Look at that side view. Can you see that? It's not good. Someone's got its hands in front of the face, but it's decent to take that because we never know what position baby's going to get into. Kind of a cute picture. Kinda. Baby hold still. Okay, well let's just go on to other. So this is very abstract, but this is the baby's upper lip, so there's no cleft lip or anything like that. This little thing there is the baby's stomach. So we make sure it's on the correct side and we make sure that it's full of fluid because baby swallows the water. Alrighty, so we're just going to keep going down, baby. We're going to look at the kidneys.
What does it look like to you, Asha?
Which one?
Which one? That's a really good question. That's a smart question. You know, I don't want. I'm going to have you look away because I'm going to go down near the.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and because I have to look at the bladder, and just in case I don't want you guys seeing anything. Okay.
Just close my eyes.
Close your eyes.
Okay. Is this something that I could record?
No. Because she doesn't want to show us the genitalia.
Yes,
Joseph.
I do not want to show you the genitalia.
Okay. Can I just have it all out of focus?
No.
No.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll just. Yeah.
Because I can't tell. Okay.
You can't tell. I can tell.
Yeah. Okay, I'm away from there again, so you guys you can look. Okay, this is the umbilical cord. See this? It kind of looks like Mickey Mouse. There's one, and then there's the ears. That's the 3-vessel cord. The big one's the vein. The little two are the arteries. We call it the Mickey Mouse thing. Yeah. So bladder and 3-vessel cord. Okay.
Papa.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at.
Audra, just act like you're watching a movie right now.
I know it's not doesn't look like anything you recognize, so I'm sure it's kind of hard to figure out. But just remember, this will be your baby sister or brother. This is the diaphragm right there. See, this is the heart and lungs above it. Looks good. This baby is like textbook, very cute.
It's moving.
What beats in your body?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay, good one. Okay, so we look to make sure it's beating the heart, and then that it has it's pointed in the correct direction. So the apex, which is where the two ventricles come together, which is right here, point toward the left. So this is the left ventricle. This is the right ventricle. That's the left atrium and the right atrium. Beautiful heart. Let's look at hands and feet, everybody. There's a hand. Look at, you can see. Tell me if you can see fingers. Hang on. See those? What is that? Yeah, exactly. And there's the other hand right there. It's kind of in a fist like that. Now I'm going to show you feet, okay? There's one. Kicking. Look at kicking your mom.
Can you feel all that, Elena?
And all that little stuff that looks like bubbles is the cord. Okay. You can kind of see that nose. And look at the mouth open. You see that? Gosh, little wild child here. I know, really. This is the placenta here. It's actually anterior. Do you know the word fundal? Fundal? That's the very top of your uterus. So this is it here, and see how it wraps around there? That's the very top of your uterus. So that's very nice. So have you had a baby since you lived down here?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
okay. So this is.
First California.
That's good or maybe bad. I don't know.
So did you see two heads?
Joseph, stop playing.
The
You play
baby
too
was
much.
moving around a lot. It was moving around so much that I couldn't tell if it had 2 legs or 3 or 4.
It did look like it had a lot of limbs, though.
What do you think? Do you think it's
Okay,
a
wait.
girl
Do
or a
you
boy?
want to know what the sex is? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I like to talk.
No. Do you want to know?
No,
Okay.
but I'm saying, do you know? Or do you think you know? Do you see something?
Oh, I don't care. No, I didn't see anything.
I don't care that much either, but I'm just curious, that's all. You don't know?
I just told you. No, what? You were sitting there with me. How would I know? I don't know. I mean, do you want me to know?
No, but I want you to be curious too.
I'm not curious.
I'm curious.
I'm not.
I mean, I'm not hopeful for either, but I'm curious.
Okay, so you want to know then?
No, I
can just
like
find
to
out.
think about it. I like to think about it. It's not that I want to know.
I don't care if it's a boy or a girl.
I don't care if it's a boy or a girl either.
How do you feel about seeing the baby though on the screen? Because it's in my stomach and you don't ever feel it, and then you saw it.
It reminds me of the baby. The baby. Just like how it moves and stuff, how it twitches and stuff like that. The baby still has that
Baby.
that
infant.
babiness to her. Yeah, it just looked like her kind of sleeping, half awake.
Joe, you're gonna have 4 kids. Like 4. I mean, not. You know what I mean? Like 4. You're going to have had 4 kids. That's what I'm trying to say.
What do you think this baby's gonna look like? Do you think it's gonna look more like me or you?
I don't know. I don't think about those things. We have
I do.
very different minds. I'm not thinking.
What are you
anything.
thinking about when you think about the baby?
Nothing. I'm not
Nothing?
thinking about anything about what it looks like or anything. No. I'm just thinking it's a baby. It's a human being. And it will be whatever it is. I don't have any thoughts on it. Can you imagine your mom thinking about, if she was pregnant with you, thinking about who you were going to be?
Hold on. Say that question again.
When your mom was pregnant with you, can you imagine her thinking about, who is he going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she thought anything about who you were right now and who you are when she was back there?
I mean, I'm sure that parents in general, not just my mom, but also my dad, and just any parent would just like have a imagery of the child and just.
No, you can't have an
characteristics or
imagery of
anything like
a child because it's not what you're gonna get.
I know, but
Unless
I'm saying
you have like a spiritual
it's just
knowledge.
fun, Elena. That's all.
It's not to me. It's just stressful. What my baby gonna look like? This or that? Like, it just don't look like what it looks like. You have one concept of a baby, your baby come out totally different. Like right now, you probably thinking about a baby that's gonna be brown. What is that? Oh, what if that baby came out straight Korean? That's the only way you'll be shocked if it come out straight black, straight Korean, or it don't look like your baby.
I would like to have a darker child.
You have a dark child.
I said a darker.
Like what?
darker.
Like me? You want it
Yeah.
to look like me? You want me to birth out a chocolate black baby, bald headed, a bald headed dark chocolate African? That can happen.
I wonder if there is any sort of like mental exercises that men can do.
All right, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, Joe. Need food.
Thanks to Google for sponsoring this video. Learn more about Google's sustainability efforts at sustainability.google.